It's me, Sarah.
You're not actually live.
We're live.
We're live. So thanks for coming. I don't really think anyone's on right now.
4:27.
36.
Hey guys. Okay. So.
Are you freewheeling it? Are you live?
Yeah.
Are you for real? Okay. Hey guys, how are you doing? We're a little discombobulated. It's a different time, and it's been a long couple weeks.
Yes.
But we're here, and I had a bag of hamburger for lunch.
Or dog food, to each his own, you know?
Well, it's been a weird, a weird time, but we're here together, and we are leaving for Paris soon. I'm going to be in Washington, D.C. starting tomorrow for a couple days at the Shoe Hive. If any of you guys are in Alexandria, Virginia, I hope that you come by. Byron's going to also have some of his really cool pottery.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what they call it? Pottery?
Sculptures, artwork.
All of that at the Hive too, and at an exhibit at a place where I will post because I can't remember the name. And then we leave for Paris.
Yes.
And that's going to be fun. We are going to be showing the spring collection over there, and I'm really excited about it. We got the whole team and some fun guests hanging out with us there. We'll be eating falafel.
Yes.
Which one does in France, and it's delicious. So we'll send you pictures. But in the meantime, we wanted to show you some of the things that we're packing because we're starting to feel like it's fall.
I think we're like itching for it.
It was going to happen.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to
Here we
happen.
are.
Tomorrow the highs,
80.
not too bad. Well,
A high of
79. 79,
Feels
I'm going
like
to take that
winter.
1 point. So what we want to do now is go through some of the fall stuff. The IG Lives that we've had right up until now have been very focused on things that you can buy now, wear now, but I'm really itching for like proper fall
Totally.
wear. And so we've got some ideas on how to twist it around, and then we're going to always mix in lots of our different principles and everything as we go. And I just want to take one step back as we talk about the principles. You know, I get a lot of different comments from some of you guys saying, well, you know, how do I dress if I'm a pear or a carrot or cucumber or whatever vegetable or fruit you are? And how can I apply these rules if I'm, you know, all these different shapes? And what I want to remind you guys is I work really, really hard to try and keep us very focused on some of the core elements of style that are principles that apply regardless of shape, race, religion, gender, any of that kind of stuff, okay? So when we bring out different outfits today, we'll talk about how does this apply to like the concept of one, ton, or none? How does it apply to bigs and pigs? How is it chill, modern, and classic? How do we work in our modifiers, etc.? How do you work in those pops of colors, those interesting twists and details that Sarah does with her clothing? How can you do all of that so that you can get a little bit better at showing who you are on the outside so that it matches who you are on the inside, okay? So why don't you talk about what you're wearing, because I love what you've done here.
Sure. So I am wearing the tropical wool Stella pant in the stone gray. This is my size. These are my pants. They're 00. But they're still a bit too long on me, and
But you've kept them, you've not hemmed them.
I have not hemmed them. I will not hem them because at some point or another I will wear a shoe that is like above 3 inches.
Yeah.
But so I literally just rolled them like high school, middle school style, like you rolled like little like gym shorts. And I kind of like the detail. I'll come closer. I still zippered and buttoned them and did everything. So it's just adding a little element, and I paired it with the, what is this cami is the...
That's the wool cami.
The wool
that
cami.
has a better name than that.
But it is a cami. It's adjustable in the back and also comes
And you
in
grabbed a sample. So
I grabbed
you're
a
wearing
sample.
size small,
This
but-
is a size small, and then I put the button down over it, and to clarify, this is a size 4, and this is actually the longer version because we have the shorter versions, which are like the regular length. The long version is for runway, for models.
But if you do check out, guys, in the runway show, we showed one of our models, and she was a very full size 10, 12, and had a very full chest size, and she was wearing the tube top.
Oh yeah.
With the Stella pant, and I think it's going to give very much the same vibe
Totally.
as what you're wearing. So obviously here, Sarah is what she is, but this is absolutely a top that for some of you people out there who are a little more chestier.
Totally. I happen
This is great.
love button downs. I would probably even just button it 1 or 2 buttons, just to have something a little bit more covered up. And what I really love about this is that I really do feel like these wool, softer, lighter pieces are really good for traveling. And like we've really, I feel like, beaten this a lot. That like you guys know what to wear at the airport. You know what to wear for those like in between tweener moments. So we literally just, you know, we want to go to the next level, the next step. And so we're going to talk about how we really put the pieces that we bring with us to work to get the most out of them.
And when we talk about 1 ton or none, the concept here is that your eye goes to one place. So with what you're wearing, you know, we talk about like none being like shades of all of one color or a mashup of neutrals. Now, while you can argue that white is a neutral, here the way that you've used it, it becomes like a focal point of the eye. So the way that you can tell if something is 1 or ton or none is where is your eye landing? Is it landing on the full body or is it going right to one place? And both of us have used white as the one here. I've got it, everything I've got is just drawn to my shirt, right? From a distance, if I were to do something, you would describe me as the woman in the white shirt.
Oh yeah.
And you'd be like that woman wearing that thing around her waist.
That's white, yeah.
That's
totally.
white.
Totally.
Exactly.
But these are definitely, you know, these pants are obviously our fundamentals, our woofs. I wear them 12 months a year, so for me, they're always coming in my suitcase, and I think it's really important to pack a full suit because you can break it apart and wear the jacket with more casual things. You can wear the jacket with dressier things. Same thing for the pants. So you don't necessarily have to wear it together, but seeing as, you know, we are going away for a extended period of time for a work trip, I do think it's important to always kind of have that because you never know what meetings will pop up, and you just really want to be prepared.
And also making sure that you have those valve pieces. So when we talk about a valve, is it something that can either really turn up an outfit or turn it down, take it up or down a notch. So when you've got this wool jersey shirt, that is an ultimate valve because it is so refined.
Totally.
And so if you were just wearing an old pair of like faded denim, it would elevate everything that you're wearing. And if you had on a beautiful silk skirt and you had that tie, it would take it down a notch.
Exactly.
So it's not an outfit maker, but altogether it makes a great outfit. Matt's giving the question like, yes.
Let's hear some sizes.
So,
Okay, the pants, I will say this again, the pants are a 00. They are rolled because I am 5 feet and they're still.
and you're wearing flats.
And I'm wearing flats. I'm wearing a
You went
sneaker.
with the flats, yeah.
Yeah. Again, which I think really makes these pants like a little bit more casual and laid back, but still luxury because they're tropical wool. And then the tank that I'm wearing and the shirt are both sample size. The tank is a
They're
small,
either a small or a 4.
or a 4. Everything that's in our closet is a small or a 4. But honestly, I would probably wear this size just because I like that it's loose
You
and
like
not.
options.
And I'm very comfortable sizing up or sizing down. Like I don't really focus on the number. It's really about the fit.
Yep. Cool.
And
me?
you?
Okay. So I am wearing the size small in the Aviator Jacket. And this is one where, do you mind grabbing the, oh. Here we go. In the main collection, we did this in this colorway, this pretty brown, and then we did it in this more beat up colorway. This jacket, when we talk about where things are in the closet, this to me is definitely an outfit maker jacket. I've left everything else very kind of calmed down because I love the jacket.
Yeah.
Like full-on amazing statement. You can try it on to your pants. Let's see how it looks like that. And we'll just totally swallow you up alive.
So I can tell you I have ordered this jacket. I'm waiting for it. This is a small. I did order an extra small.
Yeah. You'll be 2 sizes smaller.
Yes. But
you are Tom Hanks at the end of it. Which
very much.
I'm a fan, so yeah.
Yeah, but I definitely love that kind of vintage feel that this jacket gives off.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the more cognac color from Runway is a bit more, literally more polished.
Yeah.
This definitely has that chill, modern, classic, all wrapped into one vibe. So.
And then what we love too is, I'm wearing just the boiled wool skirt here. This one is a size 4. And the little details that make such a big difference to me, I'm going to show you guys these up close. So first of all, you have the really nice trimming on the inside. Everything is very finished up to the edge. And then you've got the pockets here. One thing I'm fanatical about is having enough room to really get your hand in there and having these pockets sit nice and low so that I'm not gunched up like that. Then the other thing that's important to me with this top is it's got so many details on it, but they're very minimalized. So one of the other things that we talk about is that rule of 3. So the rule of 3 is the idea is that one item, when it gets past 3 elements to it, it starts to feel fussy, and then you feel fussy. And synonyms to fussy are things like uptight, too precious, etc. Those are not adjectives I want to use to describe myself. So when we talk about rule of 3, this shirt is nice and oversized, okay? So that is one element to it. This one actually has a double collar detail, okay? It's got this dicky on the inside, so it gives this double collar effect. I can even button it up all the way here, which is really interesting, okay? So you've got the double collar, you've got it oversized, and then you've got the purposely broken little buttons here, which I personally love because these are discoverable later. But it's got 3 items: broken buttons, oversized, and the dicky. So if this shirt had fringe hanging off the back and the double collar and the broken buttons and oversized, it would be too fussy for me. Lots of other brands, what happens is when you get drawn to something and you buy it but you don't know why it bothered you, what you thought from a distance that it would be like the perfect top, look for how many elements it is. And what you'll find is there are some brands that are very fanatical about the rule of 3, and those are brands that tend to be very eased out. And then there are brands that I would describe as more uptown type brands. And those are brands that tend to the more whistles, the more bells, the better. We're a little more silent than that.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. And then the good sock and sandal. Okay, I'm going to try on something different.
Cool. I'm just going to
so
basically, my arm is purposely through this, but I basically just added, so I talked about, why I think it's important to travel with a full suit, especially if it's for work. So I just layered the Marlin blazer. This is a size 4. Again, it's stone gray. Over what I was already wearing, I like the idea of these kind of soft layers. Amy is not into the double collar, but I do not mind it. I think it's just kind of like a very modern take on suiting, and I'm quite petite, so I'm always looking for something that adds a little bit more interest. And what I really like about the Marlin blazer is that you can really put your arms through the elbows just to give a little something extra, which I've been doing recently. And then I am always carrying a sweater or a sweatshirt with me. Again, I really love the red and green color combination. I call it the Christmas combo, but really any iteration of a green undertone and a red, so like burgundy, mint, stone gray. Oh, thanks, Bren. So I'm definitely traveling with this sweatshirt to Paris. This is a size small. Mine is an extra, extra small. I think that this just, again, I would layer it literally over exactly what I'm wearing. And I think it just adds an extra point of interest, especially as it's getting a little colder. I like a pop of red, a pop of color. I think there's multiple ways to tie it. So basically I'm kind of sticking to a color palette that I know can work together, and it's something that I'm comfortable with. Again, like navies and stone gray, green are my like go-to neutrals, and red is definitely like the fundamental color for me. So I definitely will be rotating these things, and then I'm gonna have Bryn come out and we're gonna go through her outfit, which, you know, Amy was wearing a skirt shirting combo. This is another one that we love that is definitely top of mind. Amy was wearing something really similar the other week with a Martine Rose shirt and this black skirt. I love that this is kind of like a gingham check tongue-in-cheek print, which really feels a bit more preppy than I think we are here, but Bryn's kind of puffed the sleeves. She has it tucked loosely, a little bit like unpolished. It's a little bit fussy, it's laid back, but it's still really cool. And I think, again, she's using the accessories here to really like make it her own. And, you know, this mohair dickie is something that she's definitely traveling with on the plane and using it in multiple ways, not just a scarf, but like a pie mask, whatever.
Blanket, like whatever we need it, you know.
Exactly.
To be.
Do you want to say anything else?
No. I think just layering is my like key when I travel.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, the oversized Oxford, like as Amy said, like really does have, like the one that she was wearing with the double collar really did, you know, speak to the rule of three. And I think this is the perfect example of a shirt that Bryn's gonna throw on in like a tweener moment, when she's running errands. It's definitely has that, like, it's a button down, so it's going to seem polished, but the way that you style it with the sleeves, or if it's tucked in or
even,
tied
like,
back.
Tied in back. I would take off the dickie, like, you know, tie it in the back and like head to dinner, like if I needed to.
But stay right there for a second. I just want to show you guys when we talk about like building out your closet and creating like the ultimate toolbox of clothing. I want to show you how even like if you had this on, like then your jacket, you want to get to the point where all of your clothing, just no matter what it is that you're putting on, if you buy all of these neutrals, or if you collect all these neutrals over time, then they just start to pile on so easily, like year after year. And then, like, I want to bring out, so like here, I've got these really pretty blue earrings. So if you just then had on that blue earring, if you come like a little bit closer, like with all those browns, then we talk about 1, 10, or none, then the one just becomes like the earring pop here. And so then like, you don't get tired of what you're wearing because, you know, it's putting on this, or maybe it's putting on a yellow sweatshirt around your waist or something that just livens things up and makes you
it makes you
different.
not get bored of your clothes because there's so many ways to wear them.
Exactly.
You're really just adding in those sort of like have-to-have items that intrigue you.
I remember when I was working in retail growing up, and there was this woman, and she always looked like a stick of butter, and she was like, I always follow the adage that you should only have one color in your closet. And I'm like, okay, I like the idea of like lots of shades of neutrals in your closet and then pops, but like doing these neutrals does not mean you have like only 30 shades of like the same brown in the closet. So it really means you can have some good diversity there. So
there's ways to bring it in together.
Yeah, without looking like a stick of butter.
Amy, you're gonna have to start talking about your sweater.
Okay.
It's
Sorry.
too many comments.
So I am wearing the double-faced wool Angora. And so what double-faced means, you guys, is it means that this is not lined. It is fully finished. If you have it in your closet inside out, make sure you look for the label because you won't be able to tell that it's inside out. It's just as finished on the inside as it is on the outside. And this is absolutely just extremely rich and extremely luxurious. And what I love the most about it is this shape back here. So when we talk about this notion of big skin slim, right? It does not mean, like, it doesn't automatically mean like skinny jean and a big jacket and then, you know, your skin coming out of your sandal. Big slim skin is about creating different shapes on the body. So we love sculpture, and I just love the interest that this creates here. All right, so you've got I've got big here, and then, you know, this is nice and coming out here, and then I'm actually wearing the sandal and a heel with it. Now, I want to say here that, like, for me, my skin enough is being able to see my neck here. If I had a big chunky turtleneck on underneath this, it would feel like too much. And I'm probably going to pull up my sleeves just a little bit here. And I like seeing the open toe of my sandal coming out, but with my socks. Now, these are the leather pants, and I'm wearing a size 4 in the leather pants. These are, this is real leather. It's not vegan leather. And this is in the Stella body. And what I want to point out is that this pant is cut quite long. So if you get it and you decide that it is too long, and on me, this piece, it is too long. So I'm wearing the 3-inch heel here, and it's still too long on me. So this is a pant that I am actually going to hem by about an inch, inch and a half at the most, okay? But the reason why I don't want to get too much off of the length is because I just want to show you here that if I'm just wearing it with a shirt and with a belt, I do love the option of being able to hike something up and belting it. So if you want to paper bag something, it's hard to paper bag a pant sometimes if the belt loop goes right to the top edge. So what you can do is just hike it up, and you can do that because it has a very long rise. Long rises are good. Remember, we don't like rises that are small like a baby carrot. So you can hike up the pant and make it into more of a paper bag style. And yes, every now and then when you sit down, you might have to readjust your pant back here. But honestly, guys, good clothing, you can make time to readjust it every now and then. Sometimes you guys write to me and you're like, I can't hem, I can't iron, I can't steam, what can I wear? And I'm like, buy a fucking t-shirt. Like, what can I do for you? You know, like, good clothing sometimes, like, you need to work at it a little bit, so let's be patient. You can hem it, like, I'm gonna hem it an inch. I'm not gonna take off more than that because I do like to be able to paper bag it and see where that lands as well. And so when we're talking about mixing in these neutrals, you can see here, like, of course, if I have this in my closet, I'm just gonna throw this on, and then you've got all of these great neutrals, and I can even throw on, well, I'm not gonna unbutton this whole cup, but I could have thrown on a brown long cup. Okay, now I am very excited to introduce to you guys to, well, not, okay, one you know, but here. So Brittany, come out. You guys, this is Brittany. Yay! Hi, everyone. Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, it's okay.
This is Brittany's first day, and she, to all of you out there who knew Courtney, Brittany is new Courtney,
Yes.
but Brittany's also Brittany, and she's our new PR person, and we are really excited to have her on board. And
Very excited to be here.
when I was interviewing you, one of the things that I was really excited to see was that you seem pretty comfortable doing Instagram and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I want to remind you guys, sometimes you're like, well, why aren't other people in the office jumping up in front of Instagram? And I have to tell you, not everyone wants to jump up.
No, sometimes I get a little nervous, but
Yeah.
I feel like you're talking to a friend here, to your community, so
These
it's
are
a little different.
These are really nice people, and if you're not
Yeah.
nice, we just block you. So there you go. You're not allowed to not be nice here.
Yeah.
And now, Brittany, you came to work today. You're brand
Yes.
new, but you are wearing the Stella pants.
I am, yes, with the tie on the bottom.
Those
Yeah.
are good ones. And do you mind saying what size you're wearing?
12.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Brittany's wearing the size 12, and you can see you're wearing them to hit you right at the
Yeah.
waist.
Yeah.
And we know
I
with
like
this,
it looser around my hips, that's why, yeah.
yeah, and the Stella pant, like, it is really meant to be worn where you want to wear it.
Yeah.
And when we say that, when you guys, sometimes, Brittany's new, sometimes I said some customers will call sometimes and they're like, what is going on right here? And I'm like, no, they're meant to,
Yeah.
if you want them to buy them to sit here, do that. But if you want to buy them to sit higher,
Yeah.
do that. You
I
bought
feel
them
like
to sit higher. They look
yeah.
great.
Yeah. And I like the way that they're loose over here. Like they fit. They feel great. Yeah.
You feel great.
Yeah.
So it's all about the feeling, guys. And it's all about the whole notion of all of these different elements that we talked about. 1 ton or none, big slim skin,
Yes.
chill modern classic. And you, Brittany, this is the day of like the one. So your
Yeah.
white t-shirt is the one. Your focal point is going right to the white t-shirt. So we
Yeah.
talk about when you're styling, think about it in terms of these things that if you get so used to doing them, it's just like
Second nature.
Learn-
Yeah.
it's learning the essence of stuff. And then Stella, just since you're wearing the same pant, you can come out and
Hey,
Stella
y'all.
is the original Stella of the.
What's the stuff? Which Stella she her?
And we have to give Stella a hand because Stella really pulled off the runway show last week, guys. Yay!
It takes a village.
It does.
Takes a village.
And Estella.
A metropolitan city. Anyways, another viewing of the Stellas.
Stella and the Stella.
Double Stella.
And I have these shoved into my sneakers today. Brittany has them with the ankle bands. I opted for without today, but I also am 5'6" and don't want them to drag on the subway, so into the sneaker they go.
So yeah, so Brittany's wearing them tied up. You're wearing shoves in a sneaker, and I'm wearing a 3-inch heel to make them like work perfectly flat. So
We love options.
options are good. All right, yay, options. Okay, speaking of options, Elaine, I'm gonna bring out Elaine. What we're gonna do is we are gonna do an entire amazing pregnancy post on Elaine because you haven't been on IG Live, and people, if they saw you at the runway show, they saw your basketball.
Yes, they did.
Come a little closer.
Sort of can't miss it.
But you've done the entire pregnancy in Tibi.
All to me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's been my just.
I love the way you said my name now. It sounds like an infomercial. Saved. But you,
No, it's true.
It is.
Just like with the our nylon joggers,
you had on the silver nylon jogger the other day.
the dresses,
The dresses.
the dresses,
The jumpsuits,
the jumpsuits,
The big
yeah.
white shirts, blazers.
Yeah, a
Shirts
lot of
and
our
blazers are
without
sneakers.
fails or fundamentals
Yeah.
have been just
Yeah.
my savior.
I love it. And then is this a maternity skirt that you're wearing with it?
No, it's just a raised skirt
Oh.
matches with an elastic. I
Okay,
just
so Ray
pull
for
it all
matches,
up.
we love that too. So.
Yeah, just
Cool.
yeah. So
All right, Praggers. So we're gonna do a little post of all the things of what Elaine wore, and then she's due around October 29th.
that's right.
That's what we're
Very
waiting for.
soon.
So.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys. All right, guys. I'm gonna go. This is the Houndstooth Jacket. It's good.
So, I'm back. Okay, so I saw the people asking about, you guys, asking about Amy's alpaca wool gray knit top, and so I thought I would put on the dress for you guys. This is the alpaca wool fundamental dress in navy. This is a size 4. It should hit like mid-length on most people. I am 5 feet, so it hits in my ankle, which I actually really like. I'm very into a maxi these days. Again, they're designed for intended fit. Like Tracy and Amy want them to work a certain way, but it's definitely to each his own. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So this is definitely something that I've been waiting to break out until we officially hit fall. I'm literally just wearing it with the sneaker that I was wearing previously, but I'm also very into wearing them with either the Patent Leo in black or the Patent Bronson in black, Patent Leo in caramel. I think that mixing textures is really nice. I'll give you a close enough detail. The fleece with the patent really is a nice juxtaposition. While I do like this shape, I definitely aim to dress a little bit more casual no matter what. And so I'm just going to use this black Eco Twill shirt, which is oversized, size small, and wrap it around my waist. Again, this is really like a shirt that goes everywhere. I would definitely wear it on the plane. I would wear it to work, to dinner, sightseeing. And it's one of those things that, like, you know, whenever you're traveling, you're going into museums, you're going to different restaurants, you really don't know what the temperature is going to be. Everyone's thermostat's a little bit different, so I really try to always carry an extra element. So I'm gonna have Bryn come out, and she is wearing, Bryn is wearing the True Trow sweater, Trou, in ivory cream, and it's over the 4-ply silk ivory dress from Fundamentals.
And
The gray Bronson boot. So what I really love about this is kind of like, you know, after Labor Day, whatever, it's not really a rule, that's fake. I really love white, cream, grays, like year round, but especially in the winter, I just feel like it like really like brightens up.
I'm the
vibe.
biggest winter wife. So if any of you met me in the store, you know I would always be wearing like our white rain koozie or you know, cashmere white sweater, and I would just sort of like let everyone know like it's not a Labor Day rule. I think it's the most like kind of fresh thing you can bring into like a fall winter wardrobe.
So do you want to walk people through this sweater, because I see like you have it styled in a really interesting way, and I think that, you know, to the eye it just, you know, looks like a really great sweater with some detail, but I think that, you know, how you've styled it, you kind of pushed up the sleeve here, you put your other arm through one of the holes, which we seem to be doing a lot of here recently, and I just really like
it's one of my like favorite tricks that like Amy and Tracy put is like in sweaters adding sort of like, you know, intentional unintentional holes, because especially if you're going to and from air conditioning or you're traveling or you're kind of in between spaces, you're going to go through hot and cold, and it's a great way to kind of like be practical while also being like fashionable. The sweater is, you know, intentionally meant to be like this, but what's great is to kind of play around with the holes. It's asymmetrical, so I could technically, you know, hold the one up here and have kind of a longer, you know, exaggerated sleeve, or I could pull both out, but it's really just kind of my easy way of, you know, regulating temperature while also staying like true.
Totally. Yeah. And that's something when we talk about versatility of the pieces.
How tall am I?
That you're talking.
Oh, this is amazing, guys. I'm 5'2". I'm very, very
But
short.
she is wearing size 4, size
four.
small.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah. But, yeah, it would only sit sort of, I think, that much
Yeah.
higher if I was in my correct size. I don't think it
Yeah,
would
but I think
dress.
this sweater, which also comes in black, is really the perfect example of what we mean when we're saying, like, we're really looking for the versatility in our pieces when we're packing. In 20 seconds, Bryn just showed you guys 4 different ways that she's going to wear this sweater.
And you can double as jackets, too, like, you know.
Also, if you did decide, if you bought the dress and decided to keep it in the longer length, because like maybe you think like, oh, if I'm wearing it to an event, I definitely want to wear it with a heel, then one easy thing to do is you just hike it up like this, and you can put like a little rubber band around it, and so then when you're wearing it, it'll stay up, and then no one's going to see the little knot here.
Yeah.
But that way, again, making sure that your clothing has a lot of good options is always cool and good.
Yeah.
Are you approving? Okay,
yeah,
good.
I'm taking a look.
Okay, so I am wearing the tropical wool. These are the joggers, right? And a lot of you guys are very familiar with these. And I'm wearing the petite length, and I'm 5'5". And I have them in both lengths, but you know, I'm Tibi, so I get to do that. But I like the regular length as well. The regular length would be about 2 inches longer on me. And then I am wearing the superfine wool shirt here that has the flaps. And then I have layered it over one of our Fundamentals blue and white striped shirts. And one of the things that I'm a big fan of here is creating the details yourself through layering. So when you find as a creative pragmatist and your style is chill, modern, and classic, and when you like to have a lot of functionality in your clothing, what you'll find that probably doesn't resonate as well with you you may have bought it, but then you weren't happy with it, is when you bought items that are like fully baked, like every single detail is fully baked into it. And so what that means is that while you might have a fabulous outfit some of the time, you don't have different elements to pull together all of the time. So this is why I love having, I think it's, you know, the idea is cool when you've got like this striped shirt attached to another shirt, etc. Like, okay, yeah, it's cool and interesting from a design perspective. But to be honest, I really like being able to have the options. And if I want to wear the striped shirt, I can. But, you know, I travel a lot for work, and I really do like to have the options to take things on and off. And so really just having those choices is really, really key for me, okay? So being able to have the shirt, I've got it tucked in the back, and then you guys know there are a lot of different ways to wear these shirts that we love, including like crisscrossing it in the front. But these are just like tools in your closet that you can just play around with forever. And what we love about the fundamentals for sure is that they are the 12 mower items. So you guys know that you probably wore this a lot in the spring, and you wore it with the sandal, and you had the shirt all buttoned up. And then it makes for the perfect winter piece. And then you can really, really give it a full-on like riff on the classic vibe by mixing in like the shorter jacket with it. So this is where we are loving a lot of different lengths on the jacket. So when we talk about how to build out your closet and the tools, one of the things that you want to make sure that you're doing is that you're not getting too repetitive in your closet. And by repetitive, I don't mean just not buying the same thing over and over, but really think about the different pieces that you're buying and what purpose they're serving. So in my closet, I always like to have something that is a longer jacket that's going to cover the bum, but then I like to have a shorter jacket so that when I'm wearing some pieces, and I'm going to tuck this in so you guys can see exactly where this hits. But the shorter jacket to me is just giving me a really interesting option. Actually, you know what? I actually liked it when the shirt was coming out though. I thought that was more interesting. But the shorter jacket is just giving a different vibe and a different option. And sometimes you guys will write me and you're like, well, wait a minute. Is it about the short jacket right now, or is it about the long jacket? And it really is about what mood you're in. So if you've got different pieces of clothing that play at different lengths and heights and scale, then you can always manipulate them for whatever mood that you're in. So remember, the ultimate goal for dressing here is that you really are getting to that point where you are so in tune with the fundamentals of your style that it starts to come naturally. And a really good friend of mine hooked me on to a show that I'm obsessed with. I binge watched the first episode, but it's called, I don't want to butcher it in this order, but it's like Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. It's a cooking. Yeah, right? It's amazing. You're like, yum, you don't know what it is. But salt, fat, acid, heat, and I think I'm saying it in the right way. The idea of it is that if you understand the premises of those four elements, then you can cook anything, because you're going to always know like how they work together to form different dishes. So it's not about memorizing all these individual recipes, which you guys know is the world's shittiest cook. That's what I always had a hard time with, is I didn't have any feel for cooking. But watching this show made me so much more intrigued to dive in deeper and understand the fundamentals of it. So when we talk about proportions and big skin, slim, and all of that, it really is so that you can learn these basic fundamental concepts so that you can apply them to anything in your closet, or honestly, you can start to purge the shit that you bought that you just know you're not going to wear and that's contrary to who you are. Speaking of, this is who you are, totally straight up.
So, you know, for me, I'm like, have always been an overpacker. And so I just wanted to show you guys like literally the 7 pieces that I'm just going to rotate into different outfits. So this is the Coupe Pro Houndstooth Jacket. This is an extra small. This is the one I'm bringing with me to Paris. I will wear it on the plane. I love that it's like super easy and luxe, but definitely comfortable. I also love that there is this scarf attachment. I am definitely going to be wearing it around my neck. I could even belt the waist on this if I wanted to. I think there's a lot of good styling options, and I would even take the scarf off and wear it without the jacket. So now I'm wearing the black Eco Twill button-down shirt, which I had tied around my waist earlier with the alpaca wool dress in navy. And this is definitely more of like a casual look. As Amy mentioned, we are going to eat falafel in Paris. If you haven't been to La Vie Falafel, it's really great. I haven't been in a few years, so I'm excited to go back. But this is definitely when we have some downtime in between appointments. I will be wearing this, and I'm just going to put this on for a second. And, you know, I'm back in the tropical wool Stella pant in stone gray that I started in. I'm definitely going to wear it a few times. And then I just took this scarf off of the jacket that I was wearing just to add like a little accessory. I'm wearing one of our Barry HBO t-shirts that Amy G sent us. This one we didn't dye, but I like it white and red as well. It again goes with kind of like all of the colors that I'm bringing with me. But if I wanted to do something like less casual, I definitely could button this up. I would still keep the scarf on and either tuck it in or, you know, tie it as Bryn showed before, how you can tie it in the back to kind of create a bit more of a waistline. Again, I'm just wearing it with these sneakers, but I'm definitely bringing Rudolph flats with me and probably a Leo boot. And so Bryn is going to come out and kind of show you guys a good navy, black, navy. It's all navy.
It's all navy, yeah.
The shirt is black. Iteration, and this is also definitely in my packing list. Do you want to talk to us about?
This is just like the easiest sort of like don't have to think about it outfit. Like I would wear these on the plane. Like
Totally.
they're just comfortable. You've got like the elastic waist. It's really great like to play around with the detail of the pants. So that's, you know, super functional if I'm wanting more of a straight leg look throughout the day as my, you know, appointments change or anything. You know, the ability to get scrunch the Liam and the really fun trick of kind of like tying it behind you so you can have, you know, the look of a blazer. You just kind of
Totally.
I don't know if you can see this, but you just snap the buttons in the back.
That's a great trick.
And kind of just wear it like this. I did this the whole time backstage at the runway show because I was running hot and cold and hot, but I couldn't take it off. And it just also made me feel a little cooler. My hands were freer. But you know, layers really the key. I'm such a person of like, I love navy. It's my neutral. It's my
Totally.
It's my black.
Likewise.
So I think, you know, and having texture like this, you know, it has texture. It has almost.
I just want to shout out lovely Hey Mrs. Solomon, who called out Matt and said that's your name so I can stop calling you nice man. It's so sweet.
Aww.
That's all I want to say. Oh, thanks for
Yeah.
I want to hear about your
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
excited about that.
But watch out for that cup of water. Okay, so this is one thing I am packing. So this is the teddy bear bomber. And what I want to show you guys with this is, this has been the #1 item that people have DM'd me and said, holy fuck, I bought the wrong size, my eyes adjusted, I gotta return this thing. So what I'm showing you is I'm wearing the size small, right? I'm wearing the size small. A lot of you guys my size, you have gone to the Tibi store or you've second guessed us online and you bought an extra small. And what happened is when you got it, then you were like, well shit, I feel kind of average with this. And the reason that you feel average is in this jacket, one of the interesting things is really in the proportions, okay? So this is one where when we talk about the rule of 3, the interest is in the proportion, it's in the fabrication, which is nubby, and then you've got these really interesting details, like these little pockets that are all fuzzy and sculptural shaped like giant pebbles, okay? That is the rule of 3. If this jacket had a big ass gold zipper on it or something, then you would have 4 elements and it would be kicked over to too much, okay? So what you guys can see here is in the rule of 1 ton or none, I've got 1 on. Again, the focus is on the white. I am wearing the black athletic knit pull-on cargo pant. This is the wider leg. This has the snaps in the back. So I've thrown it on with the heel right now, but if I wore it with a flat, I would just snap up the back. And then I'm wearing it with the chalky drape stone-colored top here. And then I've got our lightweight merino wool sweater wrapped around it. And what's great when you're traveling is, again, if you've got these interesting neutrals, this outfit lets you out of that black and white trap. So I was a waitress for a long time. I had to wear black and white. And then when I got to American Express, and that's when Theory came out, everyone fell into that black and white trap. So that black and white trap can make you feel so dull really quickly. I know how that works. So this color here, this stone color, these weird neutrals, any of these colors that go right in with black without feeling too conservative or too aggressive are really going to become like mainstays. This is like your savior in your closet if you've got a lot of black and white. And then when you've got like these little pieces here when you're traveling, this is thin enough that I could wear it under my shirt. I can definitely, like if I were walking around and it's nighttime and then it gets colder, I'm just gonna tie it up here and then it's like I'm wearing a sweater. You know, there's a million ways to one that I'm gonna wear this sweater and make it into an interesting outfit, right? So there's so many different things that you can do. You can even make it look like you're wearing like an interesting tie at the neck. Okay? So the idea is having pieces that you can create so many different vibes and looks with just all these different little twists. Why are you scaring me?
Because I haven't put this on ever in
I
my
know, I
entire
love
life.
it. Oh, you haven't?
What?
You haven't put this?
No, I've never put this on.
It's and now you're
It's
not.
nice. Yeah, and now I'm like, okay,
See, I
so
told you so.
she's right. She's right. I said it. So I am wearing a super fine wool blazer jacket with broken buttons, guys. They are purposefully broken. I am telling you because Teddy is also telling you. But so I have just again worn my tropical wool stone gray pants, and I've tucked it in and rolled it over. I kind of like how this looks, but I'm also open to something like more traditional. I just don't want my pants dragging, and the blazer is a size 4, which honestly I probably would go with a size 2 in this just because the shoulder's a bit long and I'd want it a bit up like that. But the beauty of this jacket concept is that you can tuck it in. I would tuck it into the matching Murray gray pants. These are unfortunately a bit too big for me. Matt's laughing at me because here, I will just, they're literally the same height as I am. Tracy, at Tracy. But, so I love the idea that you can really style this jacket, blazer, shirt in multiple ways, but I'm also going to show you what it looks like just sitting out. I definitely would wear this as is, but also with a pair of jeans. I see a lot of questions about the baseball hat. These were made for the Tibi team for New York Fashion Week, so we could identify each other, but we hear you, we see you, we're working on it.
Nice.
And yeah.
Nice. So I just wanted to show you how you can also dress up things that you have. So this is, does anyone know the name of this group?
It's the Moule. It's M-O-U-L-E. I don't know how to
Moule.
pronounce that, but the color is black navy.
Yeah, so someone wrote in one time and they were like, I see the black, but I don't see the navy. It's actually black navy. And what it means is you can see the threads are crossed with black and navy, which is great because then that really gives you options. And if anything, it definitively says that we believe in black and navy together. And just so you know, one of the things I'm a very big proponent of is knowing all of those rules in fashion so that you know why and when you're breaking them and why they're irrelevant. So really, whoever said that black and navy don't go together? So rude. I mean, clearly it was someone who owned stock in a lot of black fabric or something. But again, I'm wearing these with the black pull-on athletic leisure fabric, something in that vein is the name. But these are a size small in the pants. But what I wanted to show you is when you're traveling, this is where you want those things in your closet and in your suitcase that you can just throw on together and they work. So, you know, this outfit is so simple. Again, it's where I might trade out the silver earrings for like a bright blue here or something for an extra pop. But I mean, this just is so easy. And this is a great valve pant as well because, you know, this is top could be seen as a little bit dressier. The pant definitely chills it out. I'm going everywhere in Paris. So easy. But I'm only going with my jacket. Are you jealous?
Yeah, because mine's not here yet.
No. Oh, did you order this one to take?
No, I ordered it like for me, for life.
But yeah, okay. But you can see again things like everything in this collection, but everything from Tibi, season after season, you should be able to pile on. So if you didn't get all the things that you wanted to get this season for whatever reason, just know that like when we're designing the next spring season or the next resort season, whatever, it's all meant to layer up. And resort has some beautiful like bright colors that work so well with all these neutrals.
Yeah.
So buy slowly and buy thoughtfully, and don't forget all of the principles of Coven principles, not rules, because we don't follow rules.
Right.
Thanks, guys. Bye.